Hello, I'm TRACEY Christensen, and you're watching Community Connection. When veterans return from service in dangerous foreign lands, it can be hard for them and for their families to adjust back to everyday life. Labs for Liberty is an organization that uses service dogs to empower and assist veterans to more easily transition into civilian life again. Joan Nold is the founder of Labs for Liberty and joins me today to tell us more about this program. Welcome, Joan.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, and thank you for bringing Thor with you. What he's resting down.
He's
there.
resting.
I was watching him as you were putting on your microphone and getting ready, and he was just eyes focused on you. And tell us about service dogs and what you're training Thor to do and what they can do for the people they serve.
Absolutely. Service dogs are incredible because, as you know, dogs are very intuitive, and they very quickly pick up on our own chemical signals and develop a relationship with their human being, as we say. And so what Thor was doing is he was watching the microphone and the cable and the transmitter because those were different to him. And he was cautious and wanted to make sure that that was a safe thing for me to be handling. They're protective in such a way that they'll warn you of dangers or things that they're concerned about, but not aggressive, especially Labrador retrievers and any dog that we work with. But they're very watchful to make sure that your environment is safe and you're feeling well, and if not, they respond in a way that helps to comfort you.
And labs are most often used for service dogs, aren't they?
Labs and golden retrievers, and also quite a few German shepherds.
Talk about the requirements of a service dog, because now we have emotional support animals, we have a lot of different classifications. So what does it really mean to be a service animal, and what are the requirements and rights of that?
And that's very important to know. So a service dog defined by the American with Disabilities Act is any dog that is trained to perform 3 tasks for an individual that they cannot perform for themselves. So, for example, if you have a physical disability, that dog might open a door, turn on a light switch, and pick things up and give them to you. If you have PTSD or anxiety, that dog might wake you from nightmares, interrupt anxiety attacks, stop flashbacks, pull you out of depression by getting you to go outside, provide security when you're out in public and you have social anxiety. So that's the requirement. They have to do 3 things you cannot do for yourself. And then they have to be excellent on obedience and obviously appropriate in public, so that they're calm, quiet, collected, non-aggressive, obviously, and not socializing and seeking out attention. They need to be very, very attentive to the individual. And that's why Thor was so carefully watching what I was doing. An emotional support dog, on the other hand, is a dog that is supposed to be good in an obedience sense, but doesn't perform tasks. It's more there to provide you with something to pet and feel comfortable with, and help you to feel less stress. Now, the difference in the rights of those animals, emotional support dogs don't really have any rights beyond pets. Service dogs have a broad range of rights. They are allowed in any public place that an individual is allowed. It can be a restaurant, a train station, a cab, an Uber, the airport, etc. And so they have rights that extend everywhere except for in churches. Churches can decide whether or not to let them in because of the separation of church and state. Okay. And then burn units and operating rooms because of, sterilization reasons.
Sure. And I see that Thor has the do not pet on his little harness. So yes. What's the importance of that during the training, and even if we see service dogs at another time, should we never pet them?
Absolutely. It's very important not to pet a service dog because they are working. Some service dogs also pick up epileptic seizures before they happen, low blood glucoses, or, as I said, interrupt anxiety attacks. They will actually identify with our veterans when they are starting to feel anxious before the veteran might even know they're starting to feel anxious. And they will perform their task of interrupting by nudging them, licking them, maybe pulling them away from whatever's causing that anxiety. But if that dog is being petted and handled by the public, it's being distracted from its job. And so you would no more want a surgeon to be distracted while he's doing an appendectomy than you would want that dog to be distracted while they're serving their person in public.
Definitely. Joan, tell our viewers where they can go to find out more information about Labs for Liberty and how they can help.
We have a website. It's labsforliberty, all one word, .org. We also have a Facebook page by the same name. We explain and describe our organization. We are 100% volunteer. We have absolutely no paid staff members, and we do function on contributions and monies that we utilize from our own accounts. We're very blessed to have amazing volunteers, and we have a group of students at the University of Utah who actually foster a lot of our pups.
It's amazing work, and I appreciate what you're doing for veterans.
Thank you.
Service dogs can help veterans find a new normal and build strong families and thereby better communities. To learn more about Labs for Liberty and other organizations helping improve the lives of Utahns, please visit our website at kbyu11.org. Thank you for joining us on Community Connection. We hope to see you again soon.